Hello, it is Casual, and today we're going to be discussing an unintended feature in Ninja Gaiden 4 that the keen-eyed among you might have already noticed in the intro. I believe this technique is a game changer, especially on higher difficulties, where you have to optimize every resource possible to win. I am going to be henceforth referring to this technique in the video as the Bloodraven loop. The Bloodraven loop allows you to cancel certain Bloodraven attacks into themselves or into other Bloodraven attacks from different weapons, with one exception, which I will point out later in the video. I strongly believe that you can implement this to optimize your playstyle or just to do it to style on your enemies. Alright, now let's dive in and explore. Alright, so how do you execute this technique? It's actually incredibly simple, but first you need dodge offset. If you don't have dodge offset unlocked, it's not going to work for you. Now, this is the first part of the loop. This is the part that most of us already know. It is the Bloodraven cancel, so it looks something like this, in case you don't know it. Now, that's when you cancel a string into the end of a Bloodraven string. Now, where the Bloodraven loop comes into play is we can actually loop it. So we can go like this. I can do it again. I can do it again. I can switch to the light version from that. So I can go from the heavy version. I can switch to the light version. And it still works. You can mix and match and do it how you need it to be done. The way you perform this technique is you do a string. You cancel it. As soon as you cancel it, you want to hold the your Bloodraven button, whatever button that is. You want to hold it, then you cancel into other attack. Either cancel to your light one or your heavy, whichever one you want. So I'm going to go dodge, dodge. I'm holding it. And to loop it, I'm still holding on to my Bloodraven move. I'm still holding on to it. And you don't let it go. The time you want to let it go is when you're done with the string. So again, dodge, dodge. I can switch it and do it and do whatever I need to do, essentially. Now let's take it a step further. You can actually loop this between different weapons. So I can go like this. I can switch to this. Oh, wait, hold on. I can go to this. I can go back to the hammer. I can go back to this. And it'll always be the strongest part of the string. You're not going to start from the basic, less weaker attacks. You're always going to start from the strongest ender of the string, and that's why it's really strong. But one weird thing that I'm still trying to figure out is whenever I go from another weapon that isn't the dual katana, and I'm going to switch to dual katanas. This is a third attack for the dual katana. I can't switch it out into another weapon. It just makes me block for some reason. So it works whenever you cycle in between any of the other three weapons, but for some reason it doesn't cycle from the dual katanas, which I'm not sure if I'm doing it incorrectly, but I'm doing it the exact same way I would do the other attacks, and it's not working for some reason. So the other reason, apart from just conserving your blood gauge to making sure that you're always using your strongest attack, the other thing is you can, because it's the third attack has a special modifier. So if you pay attention and look to your right, you're going to see the icon with like the guy being dismembered or something, and you're going to see a level right next to it. If you notice, you see that the strings that we're canceling into, like the last part of the strings, they all have a level 3. Now, I'm going to be calling this the anatomical breakpoint level, or ABL. Essentially, it determines how effective a move is at dismembering your enemies. So you have level 1, level 2, level 3. So obviously level 3 is the best at dismemberment, and it's what we want. Now, essentially this technique will let you use one use of your Bloodraven move So you're always going to be getting the level 3 every single time you use the technique. So like right now, I just used it. I just used one Bloodraven move, and it took me 2 Bloodraven uses to actually dismember this this enemy, as opposed to it just being just one. 10 times out of 10, you're going to be dismembering a lot of like lower level enemies with a single use of this, without having to go through like the entire string. So you're always going to be using the level 3, which is really strong. Now it's the same for every weapon in the game. Every weapon has a level 3. The last part of the string is usually the level 3, usually strongest. So it doesn't really matter what weapon you're using. You're going to be dismembering a lot of enemies for free. But I find that this the hammer one is the best, because it has like a small AOE attack, and this one for the shuriken. The reason why I like it is because you can chase, so I can like keep on chasing different enemies on the screen without having to reposition. Also, shout out to Drazer. They discovered some of the things that were explained in this video, so go check them out. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope that you were able to learn a thing or two from this video. If you did, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. The technique is really strong, and I really hope that Team Ninja or Platinum, they keep it in. They don't patch it out, because this kind of freedom of expression is incredibly strong, and I really hope they just keep it in and let players experiment. And with that said, I will catch you in the next video. It has been Casual.